Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Classes with Me. Today we are learning one of the most important concept in SQL, that is group by. This topic helps us summarize large data sets in a very smart and easy way. In this session, I will explain the theory in very simple English, and then we will do practical example with a table that can directly copy and paste and run it in any SQL environment. So, first thing first, let's jump into the theory of today's video, that is group by. Like, what is group by? Group by is a clause in SQL that groups rows based on a common column value. Once row are grouped, we use aggregate functions such as sum, count, average, min, and max to generate summary results for each group. For example, total salary per department, number of customers in each city, total sales per product. Or in simple language, I would say group by helps us convert detailed data into summarized insights. So for the practical part, we will use the table where we have ID, product, category, quantity, and price per unit. So there are total 5 columns with total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 rows present in this table. So first example, we will jump to find out the total quantity per product. So I will write a query using group by, and that query will help us to show the total quantity sold for each product. And how to write it? First thing first, let me just showcase that thing. Total quantity per product. Okay? Simple as that. How you will find that out? You will write select, you will write product, you will write sum of quantity as total quantity. Why sum of quantity? Because we have to find out the total quantity. So product total quantity. ठीक है? Total quantity on product point of view from the table, that is sales YT, and then group by. Let me tell you one thing, two important things for using group by. In group by, always make sure whatever non-aggregated columns are there in the select line, you have to write those column names in group by. For now, for this query, a non-aggregated column name is product. Sum of quantity is the aggregated column name. Okay? This is the first thing you have to take care of. Second thing, second thing, like you might be having a doubt, like, okay, you told like you have to write the columns, whatever columns we have written in the select query, and that same number of columns should be there in group by. That's correct. But you might be having a doubt, like, okay, quantity column is also there, why not this? Let me tell you one thing, whatever column is already present in the table, you have to write that. Product column is already present in the table, no doubt. Quantity column is present in the table, but the quantity, the column name is attached with the aggregate function, any aggregate function. It can be max, it can be min, it can be count, it can be sum, anything. So whenever a column is attached with some aggregate function, that means the output is being required from our side. We are requiring sum of quantity. So sum of quantity is the column which is actually not present in the table. In this table, can you say like sum of quantity is there? I cannot see. First is price per unit, quantity, category, product, and ID. Only one column is already present in the table, pure form, that is product. And that name, column name, should be there in group by. So these are the two things you have to take care of. First thing, non-aggregated column name should be there in group by. Second thing, like for checking out, let me tell you, second thing, the column name which is already present in the table should be there in group by. ठीक है, simple as that. No doubt quantity is present, but aggregate function is attached to it, and this sum of quantity is the total, I mean it is the full requirement that we need, and full requirement is not there in the present table. You can see that only product is there, so this thing will be attached here, and when I execute it, you will get the output. Also, one more thing, one more criteria which I have known from my work experience is like whatever detail or whatever requirement you have to find out in point of view basis, that should be in group by. ठीक है, here we are finding out total quantity per product, so total quantity is been find out on product point of view, right? Product point of view, so product is in point of view, right? So whatever column name or whatever thing is in point of view basis, that thing should be written in group by uh, clause, I mean to say group by wala query line. ठीक है, and when you execute it, you got the output, simple as that. So we have done the first example of today's video. Now let's move to the second example for finding the average price per category. In this, I will write a query to show the average price of each category. And before writing the query, let me first write this average price per category. ठीक है, simple as that. Simple. You have to write select category average. In average, you have to write the price, but we have price per unit. I think let me just execute this. Okay, price per unit is there. I was correct. Price per unit is there as average price from sales YT. Simple as that. Group by category. So what I have told you, this are these three things being checked out here. Let's see that. First thing first, category is the non-aggregated column. Okay, category is there. Simple. First thing, tick. Second thing, we have to find the output in category point of view. Average price per category. So category point of view, we are finding the average price. So in category point of view, group by category. Third thing, what I have told you, the column name should be actually present in the table. So category is present in the table. I can see that. Does average price per unit available in the table? No, it's not. This is the requirement we are asking from our side. So something we are asking from our side, that means this requirement might not be present in the table, might be present in the table. Might be present matlab category is already present, so that's why we have written the category column name in group by, but average price per unit is not present, so we have to avoid that. Simple. Now let's execute it and see, do we get the output? Yes, we are correct, we got the output. Like electronics, 25,737 XYZ. Okay, three categories, average price, we have got the output. Right now, let's move to the third part or third practical point where I will show you the use of arithmetic operators and also the use of aggregate function using two columns plus group by. I mean to say, I want to find out the total revenue per category. And what is total revenue? Total revenue is sum of quantity into price. So sum is the aggregate function, quantity is the column, into is the arithmetic operators, and price per unit is the price column. So two columns are used with an arithmetic operator with the aggregate this aggregate function sum, and from the table group by this. Now let's see how do we use it. Simple as that. We have to find out the total revenue per is it like per category or per, okay, per category. Let's find out per category. So it is like select category. I have told you revenue. Revenue is simple, sum of quantity into price per unit as revenue. ठीक है. From the table name is sales YT, group by category. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now when I execute it, okay, first thing first, let's have the three checks. Category is the, okay, let me just showcase here. Yeah, category is the only column in this. Good to go. Does category having any of the aggregate function? No, category is not attached with it. Okay, these are the two things. And point of view, yeah, we have to find out total revenue on category point of view. All the three things which I have told is matching here. And when I executed, we got the output. Simple as that. No error, nothing. Plus you have seen the use of group by with this arithmetic operator multiplication, this star, and also an aggregate function. Simple as that. Now let's move to the fourth example of this video. We have to find out the number of records per product. Okay, in this I will show you that I will be using the same column name in an aggregate function. Like, let me write it. Count the number of product, and in this I will write select product, as I have to write product because we have to find out the number of product in the table. I will write count product as number of product from sales YT group by product. Simple as that. Done and dusted. And when I execute it, we got it. Simple as it is. We got it. And let me tell you, if you want, you can write this line as a note that I'm going to tell you right now. Like every column, write it. Every column that is not inside an aggregate function must be included in the group by clause. Not example, I'm repeating once again. Every column that is not inside an aggregate function must be included in the group by clause. For example, the last one. If you select product, then product must be in group by. You see the last example that I can show you. So this is it for today's session on group by. It is one of the best tool for summarizing and analyzing data in SQL. Also, group by is there in Python. So if you like this video, please click on the like button. Share this video with someone who wants to brush up their SQL knowledge on a daily basis. Also, please click on the subscribe button with the notification bell icon so that whenever I do live stream, although we do live stream every day, so whenever I do live stream, you can just jump into my live stream, ask me doubt on spot, and I will help you. I will personally help you with the doubt then and there. So that's all about it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Happy learning, happy coding, and happy querying.